Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Emma D, thank you for being first. Okay, and welcome everybody else. Let's see here. Take that away. And a repurposed thumbnail. There we go. I'm going to repurpose this one. It's one of my favorite thumbnails. All right, let's get on with it, shall we? Duchess Meghan glows in a makeup free Instagram video while wearing a tribute to her kids. She returned to Instagram to reveal a special collaboration with Billie Eilish. I didn't notice it. I just didn't notice it. But apparently, the names of her children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, is embroidered on the collar of her top she has on, her jumper, her sweater. I guess it depends on which side of the Atlantic you're on. But yeah, I didn't even notice that. How cool is that? Speaking of cool, guys, speaking of cool, okay. I, oh, there we go. I, um, I was at Costco today. That was that place where I bought that horrible chair. Okay, I did see a different chair. So now I have the same brand of chair that I had before. It's a gaming chair, which means it's very comfortable. Oh my God, this thing is so comfortable. So the other chair, they actually said I could return it. Now, because I share certain things with, oh, maybe this person or that person, I said, I think I took a picture of that chair when I bought it. I purchased that chair, the one that I hate so much. I purchased that April of 2024. The one that I had before that, the one that was, that was squeaking so much, I actually purchased that in March of 2022, I believe it was. So I had that chair for about 2 years, the squeaky chair. And I didn't want to get rid of it because it was so comfortable. But it finally was on its last leg, and I replaced it with a chair I bought a year ago and never opened it. Anyway, Costco said they would take it back. They even looked it up to see, that I actually purchased the chair. So that horrible chair, I'm going to take it back and exercise my rights as a gold member of Costco, right? Take it back. I have no use for it. It's not fit for anyone to use, so I'm taking it back. All right. So anyway, that's the chair update. I have a new chair that is uber comfortable, and I'm looking forward to having some years, or at least a year or two, however long it takes me to destroy it. But yeah, I'm glad. So anyway, that is the end of the chair blues for now. If only well, I got some other stuff I need to work on around here, but the chair thing is sorted. So early a month after her last post, Duchess Meghan returned to Instagram yesterday to publicly thank Billie Eilish for a special cause. In her self-filmed video, Meghan offered a rare glimpse into her life at her Montecito home. And as we say in Montecito, there are no leaks. There are no leaks in Montecito. So the Duchess of Sussex looked radiant with her casual at-home outfit, seemingly makeup-free. She wore a black crew neck sweater with a pair of high-waist jeans, blue jeans rather. Followers were quick to notice that Meghan's sweater included a sweet nod to her children, with Prince Harry, 5-year old Archie. Wait a minute, to her children with Prince. Okay, I'm like, wait a minute, his name is Archie. 5-year-old Archie Harrison and 3-year-old Lilibet Diana printed near the sweater collar were her kids' first names in a cursive white font. Yeah, so that is what that says. Let me see. This is, where did that article come from? Uh, which one was that? Was that People? No, that wasn't People. That was, oh, well, what difference does it make? I like to give credit to the source of the article. That kind of looks like Harper's Bazaar. Okay, I think maybe that's Harper's Bazaar if I recognize the font. But anyway, you can find the rest of the article in Harper's Bazaar, I think. Now, check this out. I think it was Harper's Bazaar. Harper's Bazaar, Duchess Meghan glows in makeup free video while wearing tribute to her kids. Look at there. Entertainment Tonight. Meghan Markle is thankful for the power of connection. And then they're on the right side again. Billie Eilish. Um, Meghan Markle and Billie Eilish team up to bring heartfelt surprise to a 15-year-old. Oh, that was NBC News. Like I said, you guys, this has been a viral story. Town and Country, People Magazine, JustJared.com, and of course, one of my favorites, Feminagra. Even Feminagra's talking about it. And Billboard, Vogue magazine. Let's see, what are they talking about? The royal is keeping her family close with embroidered. Yeah, it's from that moment. And of course, I don't know what NME is, but well, they're talking about it too. They're talking about it too. And of course, a Rolling Stone gathers no moss. Rolling Stone magazine, Billie Eilish replaced a 15-year-old's LA fire was it survivor? Yes, not souvenir, survivor merch because Meghan Markle asked. With the help of Adam Levine, the Duchess of Sussex got the bird of a feather singer to send signed gifts to a heartbroken fan. And just in case you don't know the story, the fan had actually left some clothes in I guess it was the washer or the dryer. And of course, during the fires in LA, the house was burned um, to ashes. I mean, it was raised, as they say. And like most houses, I imagine there was nothing left but the chimney stack and perhaps the fireplace. So very sad that that happened. But this, I tell you, for a kid, that 15-year-old doesn't ask for much. They don't really ask for much. Um, when you know queried about what would you like to replace or what do you miss the most or whatever, she thought about her Billie Eilish shirt. So that's a very sweet story. I like it. And of course, speaking of Feminagra, there is the dynamic duo right there. Now, as far as we know, I don't think they ever met before, but hopefully they will at some point, and that should be pretty cool if we can actually witness that. Hi, Peggy McKinnon. Thank you so much for being here. Church Nellie, Lydia Washington, Fancy, Mary H., Maurice Brown, avid reader. And of course, we have none other than Yulibi and Let's see, Cookies and Cream, Sandra, Peace and Joy, Heather Stroud, Beverly McCaskill, Katie V, Leslie F, Caroline. Have I said that already? Maybe I am starting to repeat myself. Bunny Rose. Hi, Bunny Rose. Glad you're here. Bunny Rose, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I got a new chair. It's the same brand as the squeaky chair, which I had for 2 years. So I think by the 12th month of this chair, it's going to start like the other chair. But for now, it's very quiet. Yes. You don't know how many times that other chair I turned into an angry Frenchman. I was like, Monsieur, s'il vous plaît, silence. Monsieur, s'il vous plaît, silence. And steal the chair. Anyway, so Feminagra says Meghan Markle and Billie Eilish team up to help teen wildfire victim. Meghan Markle is once again proving that her heart is in the right place. The Duchess of Sussex recently took to Instagram to share a touching moment about a young Los Angeles wildfire victim who lost everything, including cherished Billie Eilish concert t-shirt. And you guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but some of those concert t-shirts, well, let me just ask you this. What is the most that any of you all have ever paid for a concert t-shirt? Or what is the highest price that you've ever seen for a concert t-shirt? Now, I'm sure that wasn't the only thing. I'm sure the price was not an issue, but not only are they great souvenirs, but they can be incredibly expensive if you needed to return one. I think I've seen one for as high as $85 for original merch. And on the secondhand market, they sell very strongly. So just think about that. Anyway, the Duchess of Sussex recently took to Instagram to share the touching moment about the young Los Angeles wildfire victim who lost everything, including her cherished Billie Eilish concert t-shirt. Meghan also just didn't just offer kind words. She took action, reaching out to the Grammy-winning singer herself to make things right. That was very, very kind of her. This story is yet another example of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's latest news in disaster relief effort. Their compassionate response to the Southern California wildfires has included donations, direct aid, and spreading awareness about the crisis. But while many praise Meghan's efforts, right-wing media still found a way to twist the story. Don't they? Don't they always? They still found a way to twist the story. So, let me see. Meghan Markle's thoughtful gesture for a young wildfire survivor. During their wildfire relief work, Meghan met a 15-year-old girl who had just lost her home. The teenager shared that she had searched through the rubble, hoping to find her Billie Eilish concert t-shirt. Oh, that breaks my heart. That makes me so sad to think about that. Ah. Anyway, a precious memory from a night she would never forget, but the fires had taken everything. Meghan, deeply moved, decided to make things right. She reached out to Billie Eilish, hoping the singer could help, and Billie did not hesitate. She helped with help from Adam Levine and Bahati Prinsloo. Billie sent a special package. She sent a special care package filled with merchandise and a heartfelt note for the young fan. Meghan took to Instagram to share the heartwarming moment, thanking Billie Eilish and everyone else who had stepped up to support LA wildfire survivors. This moment is exactly why people admire Meghan Markle. In the news, she takes action when it counts. Yes, she takes action when it counts. Okay. All right. Nobody has any prices for me? I guess nobody buys those t-shirts, huh? I have a Sade t-shirt that I priced on eBay, and I do believe secondhand it was worth like 50 bucks. Yep, 50 bucks for a secondhand Sade t-shirt. So, like I said, they can be very expensive. Let me see here. And especially depending on the tour. Um, okay, vintage. Vintage. I'm trying to see if I can see mine right now. Ah, there it is. Oh my God. Okay, vintage Sade King of Sorrow. That's the one I have. 2001 giant rare double-sided Lovers Rock medium. $385. Did you hear what I just said? $385. Okay, buy a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt. It was nice. We had a good run. Buy a t-shirt. Let me show you this thing. Let me show it to you. You won't believe it to see it. What is that Oprah told Harry and Meghan? Nobody's gonna believe it. Okay, let me show you a possibly $385 t-shirt. I kid you not. That's what they're selling for on eBay. I think mine is an extra large. Wow. Wow. Okay. Buy a t-shirt. Yes, I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's see. Kevin Sims says when Harry and Meghan are 97 and 100 years old, the haters will still be saying their divorce is right around the corner. I love it. Yes, and you are absolutely accurate on that one. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm trying to make the t-shirt go away. There we go. Can you believe that though? I saw it a long time ago for like 50 bucks. Who knew? Who knew? Jeez Louise. Wow. Gee, I gotta find that thing. I know I still got it. I think I only wore it a couple of times. And listen, I didn't buy it brand new. I got it from the thrift store. I probably didn't pay no more than $5 for it. I didn't know the price had gone up that high. And hey, they if you have a Sade t-shirt, and I mean the real thing, you better take a look because it might be worth something. Here's a vintage Lovers Rock tour for $8.99. That's $899. Here's one from the another Lovers Rock tour, $1,100. Another one, $1,200, $1,125. Huh. My goodness. For the vintage t-shirts. Oh, my. Well, while we're at it, let me see. Mm, how much is my vintage Andy Warhol poster worth? It is an original print from the record company, $1,000. Only thing is, I kind of damaged it a little bit. She has a little scratch on her cheek. But I see a vintage Aretha Franklin record poster by Andy Warhol from 1986 for $1,000. I think mine is not in great shape. I'd be lucky to get half of that. Oh well. And people call me a hoarder. All right. Derangers. Oh, she's making it about herself. Blah, blah, blah. They always have something to complain about when it comes to Meghan Markle. Boring. I'm glad she's living her life and clearly doesn't give a flip about Deranger's opinions of her. So, as you can see here, thank you to Sussex Soldier for sharing this. It says Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Your hateful opinion of me is none of my business. It's not my problem. I sleep well at night. Huh. Now, of course, that's not a direct quote from the Duchess of Sussex. That is the way we feel about things as the Sussex Squad. And here's another one. You define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. Now, that sounds like her. Maybe, maybe not. But let me see. Cannot see that other print there. Oh, okay. I know what that is up there. I'll share that with you later. And then, of course, Sussex Soldier says British media called their paid PR expert to criticize Meghan's video predictable. They want to control the narrative of her life and dedicate her, I'm sorry, and is it dictate her character? And a kind, thoughtful Meghan Markle does not fit the script they have been fabricating about her for the past 8 years. No, it does not fit that script that they have been fabricating about our Duchess for the past 8 years. So you define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. And right there it says, they don't want people to see the real Meghan because the authentic Meghan isn't making them money. Hating Meghan Markle is a $1 billion industry. It will never stop. Too many people are making a living off of it. So that was the little square that you saw. Wait, there it is. Up there in the left of the little poster there. You can barely see it there, but you can see it perfectly right here. Anyway, again, thank you, Sussex Soldier. I think Sussex Soldier is responsible for the very cool artwork, and I gave it just the right background to, um, you know, see there, I added these backgrounds to what they posted just to make it a little more interesting. That's right, Bunny Rose. Meghan is amazing, and they hate it. They just can't stand it. They just can't stand it. Obsession. Well, yet another article from guess who? Feminagra. Media obsession. I'm sorry. The media obsessive coverage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Recent media analysis revealed that the Prince Harry and the Meghan Markle received a disproportionate share of coverage compared to other royals. Despite stepping away from royal duties in 2020, together they account for, are you ready for this? 57% of all royal media stories in the analyzed period. Prince Harry leads the highest coverage at 30.86%, followed by Meghan at 26.41%. In contrast to William receives 21.67, King Charles 16.63, Camilla Godzilla barely registers at, get this, 0.6. Of a total coverage, Kate Middleton, despite being a senior working royal, accounts for just 4.37% of total articles. Well, how many times can you write about a coat dress? How many times can you write about a coat dress? The analysis highlights a clear pattern of media bias where Harry and Meghan remain under intense scrutiny while other royals receive more favorable or neutral treatment. Their headlines dominate the media landscape, often framed negatively, reinforcing public perceptions through repeated criticism. Meanwhile, the so called working royals like Charles and Prince William receive comparatively low and less critical coverage, like almost none. But anyway, it seems like a pretty cool article, and I am going to give you the link for it so you can take a look at it yourself. Um, okay. So, uh-oh. Okay, gonna pin that to the top of the chat. You can go ahead and click on that link at any time so you can read the entire article. Hey, Lady T, thank you so much for being here. Remember, that is Feminagra. Make sure that you are a subscriber to their website or their webpage. And this is something that you can find on the, oh gosh, what is that? The Archwell. That is on the Archwell. Excuse me. It says Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund, or RTYPF, has announced a new cohort of grantees who are working to create a more responsible technology system. In its second year, the fund is investing $2.4 million to support 18 youth-led organizations who are paving the way for a brighter digital future. At Archwell Foundation, we believe that young people must be at the forefront of the movement to shape a better online world. That's why we remain committed to supporting RTYPF and its mission to uplift the next generation of responsible technology leaders. This year's grantees are tackling critical issues such as ethical AI, mental health advocacy, digital safety education, and tech based climate solutions. So, again, you can find this on the Archwell website. And lastly, it says, importantly, this year's grantees selection process was led and decided by young people for young people, with a youth led steering committee ensuring that the movement is truly driven by those it impacts the most. as a proud founding member, the RTYPF, gosh, they got to work on that one, alongside partners including Omidyar Network, Hope Lab, Susan Crown Exchange, and the Susan Reynolds Look Up Fund. We celebrate these young inventors, or innovators rather, to learn more about, oh God, RTYPF. Gosh, the name is longer than the grant. The RTYPF. I don't like that. RTYPF. And this year's inspiring grantees. Wow, that is a tongue twister. So yeah, those are the kids right there, and they're doing some very important work. And of course, they're getting the support they need from a lot of places, including Archwell. So, right there, we are grateful to support these 18 responsible technology organization programs and teams. So, when you click on, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. What did I do with the, oh, when you click on that link down there at the bottom, it takes you to here. That's what that does. Bunny Rose, thank you for being here. Bonzola Adams, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much. You know, there's every possibility that that can happen. Um, we'll have to wait and see, of course. But they're knowing the tabloid media, they have likely had some missteps along the way, just waiting for someone to haul them into court. Let's hope they do. Okay, and right here, Prince Harry has created extraordinary opportunities for Invictus Games family CEO says. Um, and do you guys remember him? That is the Invictus Games CEO. I think he's stepping down this year. I don't know if he's that one that was about to retire, and Harry was like, "Oh, we need you to help with the Invictus Games." And then he's been there for like 10 years. I think no, that's not him. That was someone else. Sorry about that. So, anyway, the outgoing chief of Invictus Games Foundation, Dominic Reed, tells people that competitors feel seen and heard and cared about. They feel seen and heard and cared about. Why? Because of Prince Harry and his vision for a place where veterans can challenge themselves and each other, sick, wounded, injured veterans, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, Invictus, as we all know, has helped a lot of people. If you want to learn more about how Invictus affects people, there is a great documentary on the Netflix called The Heart of Invictus. You can learn a lot there. So let me see. At the Invictus Games, Prince Harry's mission for veterans and armed forces members help the wounded and sick feel seen and heard. That's the view of the outgoing head of the Duke of Sussex's Invictus Games, Dominic Reed, who is overseeing the last games next week in Vancouver and Whistler, Canada. Wow, you guys know they're probably going to have some kind of farewell for him. So look for some very deep emotions to be displayed. After what, 10 years, there's got to be some type of farewell for him. So should be interesting how they celebrate what type of acknowledgement he receives. But yeah, he's about to retire, I guess. Wow, this is going to be, all I can say is get your tissue ready because I think it's going to be very emotional. Yes, there will be a stream of tears. A former British Army captain, Prince Harry, was inspired to start the Invictus Games after returning from Afghanistan with injured allies and then seeing the U.S. Armed Forces Warrior Games in 2013. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Okay. Now, Jane Tippett, why I fear Princess Kate will bitterly regret this sudden tradition breaking wardrobe change. Um, yeah, I think she regrets it because she never looks comfortable in some other woman's clothes, if you know what I mean. That's not a comfortable look for her. She looks so out of place playing dress up, cosplaying her sister in law. That never looks comfortable. And dare I say that it may be one of the contributors to the incredible amount of stress that she's under. But is she allowed to say no? I mean, after all, we all know Willie is not wrapped too tight. Hey, Legs, thank you so much for being here. Indeed, the royal source told London's Sunday Times this weekend that Kate will no longer release details of the outfit she wears on future public occasions. In the face of her charitable mission and the personal battles she must still face, Kate's wardrobe, no matter how beautiful, might at first appear a banal um, detail that obscures a more important message. More important message? Like what? What message is she trying to convey? How to grin like a hyena? How to laugh like some kind of like the Joker on Batman? Is it the Joker? Yeah, or the Riddler. Well, both of them do that weird laugh. But I'm afraid that what she has to, well, I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, in the article, Jane makes the case that Queen Elizabeth knew that she had a very dignified role to maintain, and that Queen Elizabeth never shied away from wearing her working uniform, her, you know, her suits, her dresses. Andre Leon Talley once said that Queen Elizabeth is one of the best dressed ladies on the planet. Now, that may seem kind of strange because the Queen always looks rather matronly, but from time to time, she would wear some pretty nice stuff. And she she dressed age appropriate. So I would agree, no matter what I think of those things that she was wearing, she was always very polished and well put together without any regards for, trying to live up to some expectation, like looking or appearing to be her sister in law. She never worried about that. And of course, right there, that looks like regret all over. I mean, that looks like regret. Look at the way those trousers fit her. Look at the way she's moving. She does not feel what she's wearing. If I was a body language expert, I would have to say she probably feels like a fraud. That's not who she is. Those droopy britches are not Kate Middleton. I mean, Po thing ain't got no behind. She ain't got no behind to lift up the back of it. None. It's just a whole nother experience. When Megan wears anything similar to that, it is very well curated. It is very well styled. But here, she just looks like a sloppy mess. She looks like a sloppy mess. Let me refresh your tea. Let me refresh your tea. Are you ready? Here goes.
How's it look, Meghan?
You're looking amazing, Meghan.
Unless Kate mimics copy another Megan move with a child or an outfit again, then we'll keep calling her out. Stupid. Yes. You know, um, I'm not just saying this because of my feelings for the Duchess of Sussex. And I'm going to put this on silent and play it while I'm talking. They went on and on and on about this coat for a week. They went on and on and on about that look that Meghan wore to that power lunch. All of the fashion magazines and several of the, the Tattlers and the Harper's Bazaar and the Vanity Fairs, they all talked about this outfit for a week. And as much as I love Meghan, I'm like, what is it about that outfit? All she did was emerge from the restaurant like the boss that she is, and they could not get enough of it. Do you all remember that? And it was just Meghan having a power lunch. That was it. And they lost their minds. Now, let's go back over here to this vagabond, this hobo. Where's the fuss about this outfit? Aside from the imagination of the copy editors and such in the tabloid media, where's all the fuss about this outfit? The answer is there is none. She looks like a big sloppy mess. The pants are not fitted properly. The jacket is probably her mother's. It's just not a good look. And she tries to compensate by adding more hair extensions. Look, honey. Let me show you how this is done because I think you're missing the point. Let me show you how this is done. Okay, are you watching Kensington Palace? Okay, let me show you how it's done.
How's it look, Meghan?
You're looking amazing, Meghan.
And you can't say that it's because, oh, well, we don't see Meghan that often. Well, hell, we don't see Kate that often. We didn't see her for 172 days. So you can't say that that's the reason why they went, in for this outfit. It's just a matter of you, the consumer, wearing the outfit, not the outfit wearing you. This doesn't look like an outfit. This looks like a vicious attack. This looks as though she's being consumed. It just, you have a glam squad. Obviously, you have hairdressers and all that kind of stuff. Was there nothing that could be done to prevent this? And then the tabloids are trying to gaslight us into believing that this look is just over, right? Let me do the 3 snaps. Over. She is looking over, honey, right? She's causing it. Yes, yes, queen. No, fiend. It is not happening. That outfit is DOA. That is a horrible look. The lady that she's talking to, she's actually better dressed. Look at the pleats. Look at the boots, right? She's actually got a better outfit on. Her hair is not all over the place. She looks elegant. Kate looks like a sloppy mess. And they're trying to stir up some kind of interest in this outfit. She looks ridiculous. And at some point, it seemed like she had the pants on backwards. I don't know how she does that where it looks like she's got her pants on backwards. Lex says, cosplaying Cancer Kate has a year to catch up with. Yeah, she has to do like a whole year before she's a whole person again. But that 172-day absence, it's done nothing for fondness because the public shows about as much interest as ever before, which is not a lot at all. So it's hopeless for her. It really is hopeless. The most attention that she's ever gotten in her life was her pre-cancer sales. Her cancer is present. And don't forget, originally there was no cancer. And we don't know what kind of cancer it is because they refused to tell us. She couldn't get that right. Every time she talks about her illness, it comes out another way. Every time. Not sometime, every time. Thank you, Legs. Well, you know what? That just about effing sums it up right there. That just about flipping sums it up right there. That's the look. That's the look. This punctuates everything. This says everything that you need to know. That's it right there. It is all laid bare. Whatever is the point of today's activity, it's just not working. Speaking of just not working, and speaking of big sloppy mess, there's the former editor of Vogue. I was wondering why she was being so cruel to Meghan. Aside from just being a snob, aside from being someone who spent 25 years at one of the best fashion magazines in the world, someone who is barely noticeable. I mean, you walk into a room and you try to figure out, oh, which one of these people did you say was the editor of Vogue, the British Vogue? Well, you wouldn't point to Kermit the Frog's girlfriend, that's for sure. That's what she wore for her trinket. Now, check out Anna Wintour, American Vogue. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. She really should be embarrassed. Alexander Shulman notebook. Camilla has a better head for the crown than Diana. You know, every time I look into my notes to figure out why is it I never liked her, I just find another article. Alexander Shulman, perhaps ugliness is not such a bad thing. I told you this woman it seems like she has low self-esteem problems. She wrote this article. Now, she didn't imply that it was about her, but seeing that she didn't name any names, who else could it have been about? Low self-esteem. Despite being the editor of Vogue, I saw beauty as a chore. You could say that again. I believe you. Now I'm a midlife makeup addict. You better be. You really should be. You should never be able to get enough of it. You should have yours and somebody else's portion. If you know what I know, you almost have to feel sorry for her. But now let's get back to what she said about Diana, shall we? However, she was also vulnerable and insecure woman whose opinions on people and issues were frequently influenced by how they impacted her personally. She found the what is it? And the oh gosh, I can't even say it. And formalities of the royal life oppressive. Now she's speaking about Princess Diana. Okay, she's speaking about Princess Diana. She was hugely sensitive to perceived slights and not adverse to playing games with her own power and patronage. She was from the one direction to the next, like the famous candle in the wind. The role of queen requires a very different skill set. The job description demands stoicism and the ability to figuratively speaking to wear a mask. Oh, is that what's going on? There's the ability to wear a mask? You mean to tell me that that's a mask? All these years, I thought that explains it. She say, in order to be queen, you need to be able to wear a mask. Okay. Now let's see what lies beneath. That explains it. I didn't realize that was a mask. Did not know that was a mask. I thought that was a real person. But now that I know it's a mask, and by the way, let me show you where that comes from. See up there? Alexander Shulman notebook. Camilla has a better head for the crown than Diana. Well, this looks like the head I saw in the Godfather movie. Remember the guy woke up and there was a head laying in the bed next to him? That's what that looks like. It reminds me of that horse head that I saw in the Godfather, a big horse head. But I digress. So the role of queen requires a very different, The strength of our current queen is her belief that the crown is more important than anything personal to her, a conviction that has given her strength in many difficult times, but there's no denying it's a tough calling. I don't think it's the crown that gives her strength. I think it's the crown royal that gives her strength. The crown royal, sherry, bourbon, old granddad, night train, rubbing alcohol if you have it. I'm pretty sure all of those things gives Camilla the courage she needs. If it's got any level of alcohol in it, she's got courage. Okay? All of her courage allegedly comes out of a bottle. There is every sign that the Duchess of Cambridge will at some point be up to the task, but in their nearer future, the Duchess of Cornwall has demonstrated she understands the brief exceptionally well. So she should make a successful queen consort and arguably a more reliable one than Diana would have. Camilla would be the ruler, but the steadiness that is, and constancy, constancy. You mean constipationcy? Because she looks constipated, and arguably more reliable than Diana would have. Camilla won't be a ruler, but her. Oh, did I do that already? Anyway, who the hell cares? So, you know what? I think that this was about Queen Elizabeth. And then, yeah, you know what? I think this was written. What is the date on that? Let me see. 2022, February. Oh, oops. Queen Elizabeth was still alive. Queen Elizabeth was still alive, but in principle, I meant everything I said. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth was still alive. Sorry about that. Didn't notice the date. But what I said was meant for the other one. Let's see here. Katie Nichols doesn't look good. She okay? Wait, Alex. Oh. Legs. I think I know what that's about. Thank you so much for the for the super chat. I thought I was shady. In the words of my late mom, before you point your finger at me, let me remind you there are three more pointing back at you. Judge and be judged. All right, come on, Vaughn. I like that. I like that. Okay. Big sloppy mess. Now, well, before we get to that one, let me take a look over here on the right at some of your comments. Let me see here. Whose birthday is it? Is it someone's birthday? Oh. Oh, okay. It's not a birthday. Shelly L says, hi, Baron. Hello, squatties. Why does Katie always look like she just climbed out of a coal mine and showed up in some man's bathrobe to to get a medal? That's a good question. That's a good question. They say fashion is something that you buy. Taste is something that you either have it or you don't. You're either born with good taste or you're not. But fashion, that's just something anybody can buy. Anybody can buy fashion. But having good taste, I'm afraid that is that is in the blood. That is in the blood. Thank you very much, Kelly L, for the super chat. Now, Prince William's obsession is driving a wedge between him and wife Kate Middleton. He's always been Randy. Oh, behave. As Austin Powers would say, oh, behave. William's secret penchant for is rocking an already rattled monarchy. The chatter about his habit is embarrassing, and the future king's cancer survivor wife, Kate Middleton, Radar Online can reveal stories have recently emerged alleging the heir to the throne was banned by a video store in Scotland during his days in college as a college student at St. Andrews University for renting risque, raunchy films and keeping them well beyond the due date. Now, you know what? If I worked at that store, I'd be like, okay, can you just put that on the counter? I'll get that later. As a matter of fact, here, drop it in this plastic bag. I'll take care of it later. Oh, don't worry about rewinding it. It does not matter. Just put that over there. Yeah, right there, right next to the can of Lysol. Yep, right there next to that can of Lysol. The prince also had a disposition when he was at school, and that was apparent in his love of saucy comedies, a royal insider said. Um, hmm. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And even Marca is talking about it. Prince William accused of alleged that could end his marriage to Kate Middleton. The British royal family is no stranger to scandal, but recent reports about Prince William alleged interest in films has added another layer of drama to an already tumultuous time for the monarchy. According to Radar Online, the future king's supposed penchant for content has left his wife, Kate Middleton, feeling mortified and infuriated. Well. And not to mention lonely, not to mention a bit lonely, if you know what I mean. But whatever the case is, he ain't hurting nobody, is he? Even what is it, Brigada? Yeah, I mean, none of the British tabloid media is touching this, but other sources are definitely talking about it, and we'll know that it's serious when Rolling Stone talks about it. I mean, because after all, remember Rolling Stone talked about this. A royal rumor might be inspiring straight men to get pegged, and that's beautiful, huh? Searches for pegging went up 400% after a salacious rumor started circulating about Prince William's alleged predilections. Huh? Is that what it sounds like? Can you make that sound? Let me try that again. Kind of like a champagne bottle, right? Although with champagne, when you pop the cork, it makes that kind of hissing sound. But then again, I guess that could make a hissing sound too. Anyways, even Dr. Shola was outraged. Dr. Shola says, "Can I please ask, no judgment, please, why Ryanair is offering Prince William 3 seats when he can afford the whole plane? Am I missing something, or is this to do with the pegging thing you enlightened me on? Just curious. Hashtag Prince of Pegging." And then over here on the right side, our favorite border collie says, "Ruff, ruff, 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 rough with black men." Let me translate it for you. Prince of Pegging? I thought he liked to sleep rough with black men. Even the dogs have taken notice. When our canine companions have taken notice, I'm pretty sure everyone has. I'm not trying to defend William, but if this is Kate, she shouldn't throw stones in glass houses. Uh, yeah, in some cultures, like in Asia, they take the duvet and they, go out on their balcony or whatever, and they air out their duvet. Well, Kate Middleton, she didn't bother to air out her duvet. She aired out her, well, you know, she chose, yes, that's she would air things out a couple of ways. Sometime exiting a taxi, and sometimes when she thought she heard some boys going past the window in college, she would, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we all grown. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, where was I? One of the squatties informed me that Noff is a German word. Right there it says, you know what a Noff is in German? This is a German word for knob. Everybody can use it if he or she wants to. So yeah, they inboxed me with this message. The German word for doorknob is Knopf, right? I can't get enough of that. Yes, some people just can't get enough of it. And like she said, everyone can use it. Everyone gets a turn. Say, when I was a kid, now you guys are baby boomers, right? Do you remember the name of that game? It was called, let me see. I know it was round, and then you were supposed to sit down on it, and then you would, oh gosh, what did they call that game? Anybody? There was a game. I was a kid. There was a game. It was called I can't remember the name of it. I know you weren't standing up. Twister? No, not that one. Uh, hmm. Now that is just gonna bug me until I can think of it. uh, Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Yes, Leslie F. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that's exactly what it is. And I bet you over in Kensington Palace, one of those kids could play that game for hours. Yep. I bet you one of those kids from the 80s could play that game for hours. Good old sit and spin. Yep. Help kids build up their arm muscles. Ah. Apparently, and you're right because when it comes down to it, doesn't it always end up the question that it always come back to that same question where you just beg, tell me more about your pulled pork sandwich. It always comes back to the pulled pork sandwich. Oh well, they don't make them like they used to though, and you know, as a future sovereign, it's never too early to start work on your throne. You know what I mean? It's never too early to at least submit the designs for your throne. A throne that's full of all the symbolism that describes your rise to power. Yeah, all the symbolism you can. I wonder if you can find that one on Etsy. That looks like something you can buy from Etsy. Oh, well. South Park History of Dragging the Royals. Episode Royal Pudding spoofed William and Kate, where William was... Yes, he was. Vaughn says William is mad because he wanted to taste the forbidden fruit and dark nectar. However, he better take a note from Louis and pinch it before it... I'm not even sure what that means. I'm not even sure what that means, but thank you, Vaughn, for the super chat. Okay. We're almost done, you guys. We're almost done. I am going to share with you someone I just love and adore. And that, of course, is none other than Diahann Carroll. Love me some Diahann Carroll, where she talks about, well, I'll let you hear.
Being Black is not a problem for a Black person. Being Black is a problem for the community that doesn't understand that you are a human being. It was not a problem for me. I had to deal with other people who had problems with it. I'm still dealing with that. But a Black person doesn't have a problem. I want you to know that I feel that I would have had a different career had I not been Black. And I probably would have done more films. I was very grateful when I was offered Claudine, and couldn't believe it, astonished when I was nominated for an Academy Award as Best Actress.
Harper's Bazaar picked you as one of the 10 most beautiful women in the world. A Canadian critic described you as one of the most spectacularly beautiful women in the known universe. Do you take that sort of thing seriously? Do you treat it as a bit of a joke? Is being beautiful, in a way, a problem?
It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor. Being Black.
Okay. Let's listen to that one more time, shall we?
Being Black is not a problem for a Black person. Being Black is a problem for the community that doesn't understand that you are a human being. It was not a problem for me. I had to deal with other people who had problems with it. I'm still dealing with that. But a Black person doesn't have a problem. I want you to know that I feel that I would have had a different career had I not been Black. And I probably would have done more films. I was very grateful when I was offered Claudine, and couldn't believe it, astonished when I was nominated for an Academy Award as Best Actress.
Harper's Bazaar picked you as one of the 10 most beautiful women in the world. A Canadian critic described you as one of the most spectacularly beautiful women in the known universe. Do you take that sort of thing seriously? Do you treat it as a bit of a joke? Is being beautiful, in a way, a problem?
It's very nice to be thought of as being pretty, as being, it's a plus. It's nice. It's not terribly important, but it is nice to have it in your favor. Being Black is not a problem for a Black.
Okay, there you go. So that was her take on what being Black means to her. Diahann Carroll was, I think she was the first Black woman to have her own sitcom, situation comedy, half-hour comedy. And of course, back in those days, they had to cast her as the single mother raising a son. Now, I believe she was a nurse in the series. And so she took a lot of heat because of that. But it was just tough getting anything on television, let alone having a very ideal situation, because it's just not the way the people with money saw her, or saw women like her. But fortunately, by the time the television show Good Times came along, Esther Rose, who played Florida Evans, she made a very heartfelt demand. I cannot play this part if I do not have a husband, which is really strange because when she played Florida Evans on Maude, which of course the not Jeffersons, but the Good Times was a spinoff from Maude. She had a husband, Henry Evans. And by the time they got their own show, Henry Evans became James Evans, and Florida Evans made no mention or reference to ever working for the Finleys in Tuckahoe, New York. But oh yes, thank you so much. The name of the show was Julia. Thank you very much, Gwendolyn Daniels. So that's just a little television trivia about, just little anecdotes, things that I think about. But yeah, but Diahann Carroll, when she was on Dynasty, if you guys remember, she played one of the villains on Dynasty. She was actually the only one on the cast of Dynasty that was nominated for an Oscar. She was the only cast member that was nominated for an Oscar. No one else. So by the time she reached that point in her life, what I really loved is that she had no problem. I don't know if you ever heard the story before, but Aaron Spelling, who's responsible for Dynasty and Charlie's Angels, The Love Boat, and God knows how many other shows, she actually crashed the party. She thought, oh, they need a black character on Dynasty. So she heard they were having a party, so she crashed the party. And because of her influence, when she asked for Aaron Spelling, he got excited. He was like, oh, yeah, send her in. And, she made her proposal, and he thought about it and got back to her and said, okay, you can start Monday. So, yeah, she paid her dues. She was, I don't know if she ever won a Tony, but I know she was one of the legends of Broadway. She definitely made her mark there as well. So, very, very bright, beautiful, talented lady. And I forgot, I think she passed away in 2018, something like that. But yeah, I love Diahann Carroll. But she got her Oscar nomination for the movie Claudine. Okay. One of the squatties posted this. If you have been wrongly attacked, falsely accused of things you did not do, if you are facing 24/7 fabricated stories about you, yet you still have the courage to be kind and gentle to others, living beings, then you are truly a badass with a heart of an angel. I like that. And this again is the medals that we expect to see at the Invictus Games, which start Friday. Saturday. Is it Saturday, the opening ceremony? And wow, look at the Carters. Look at the Carters. They look amazing. What a beautiful family, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the Carters. That is the Carters. Ivy, Blue Ivy, Beyonce, and Jay-Z, also known as the Carters. Wow, they look beautiful. And then there's this. Love that photo. In a sea of excited faces, there is only one image in that photo looking directly at us. And that, of course, is Queen Bee, Beyonce. A sea of faces celebrating the Grammys. And she found time to look directly at us to let us know how big that moment was for her. So thank you, Queen Bee. And lastly, one of the squaddies shared this with me. That, of course, is a very abstract image of Prince Harry. I think whoever made this really managed to capture the spirit of Prince Harry, the essence of Harry. Yeah. Very, very cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. With that, you guys, I am done. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And as always, thank you for your memberships. And I will see you all next time.